Hello and welcome to the first video on the high ticket sales sort of series. So in this video, essentially what I'm going to go over is if I was to restart in remote sales, how I would go from 0 to 10K a month. So the process I'm going to run you through isn't the exact process I took. The process I took was a lot more drawn out. I took a lot more wrong turns and I made a lot more mistakes, which meant my progress was slowed, but I still got to where I am now. So if you were to follow this exactly, you're likely to get to the 10K a month mark commission wise a lot quicker than I did, because you're skipping the steps where you're doing the wrong thing, you're not maximizing your income potential, and you fuck it up basically. So if I was to restart in high ticket sales, I'd go straight into the B2C, because B2C selling is a lot easier than B2B selling, especially if you're starting from a position with no experience at all. So with that, I would look to at least have sort of $1K at a minimum to invest into groups, communities to sort of give you that head start. As well, make your Instagram super clean, super professional, because you're going to be using this to outreach to prospects, so potential offer owners who are going to hire you. And then on top of that, you also wanted to identify those offer owners. So who do you actually want to be working for? What type of offers do you want to be selling? Maybe you're a fitness guy, maybe you're in shape, then you want to be outreaching to fitness offer owners. Again, that's going to be a lot more saturated than some of the smaller niches out there. So with that, what you want to do is you want to actually research the B2C info product world. If you research that world, you identify a niche and you do the outreach properly, you're going to build a list of offer owners. So on Instagram, just get their Instagram profiles, build this list of offer owners and treat it like a sales job. Treat this lead list of potential people who are going to hire you as a sales job. You're reaching out to them. You're sending them Loom videos, you're sending them messages, maybe you're sending them voice notes, emailing them as well, trying to get their phone number if you can, giving them a cold call. But you're approaching these offer owners just like you would a sales lead when you're actually on the job. And by doing this, you're doing this every day. You're outreaching to say 100 new offer owners every day from multiple different angles across email, across phone, across LinkedIn, across different social medias. If you're doing this, you're going to land interviews at the very least very quickly. Now the interview process has started. Once you're on the interview process, you never want just one interview, 2 interviews lined up. You want multiple interviews lined up. Just like if you're a closer, you want multiple closing calls lined up. So then you can go into these interviews, you can sell yourself to the offer owner, so they actually want to hire you. That's the first job. But 2, you can also disqualify the ones you don't want. So you want to identify the best offer there. And if I was advising you the quickest way to get to 10K a month, it wouldn't be to go straight into closing. It would be first to get that SDR experience in an offer that is actually working and operating at a high level. Because if you're a smaller cog in the machine, you can actually come in at a lower experience level as an SDR. You're never going to land a brilliant offer being a closer when you've got 0 experience. So the type of offers that hire you straight off the back as a closer, if you've got 0 experience, that's a red flag straight off the bat. There's no reason the offer should hire you as a closer if you've got 0 closing experience. It's a red flag straight away. You want to avoid those offers. You want to go towards the B2C offers where they're offering you an entry-level SDR position. Maybe you're going to be earning 2 to 4K a month on the higher end, sort of 8K a month maxing out. But this is going to allow you to be a smaller cog in the machine of a larger operation. And then with that, see how this larger operation is actually run. You're going to get a lot of experience. You're going to earn as well. So you're going to be earning good money as an SDR. You've got this foundational skill set of being an SDR, which is very, very important in sales. And then there's a potential to move up the ranks. So you can move from an SDR to a potential sales manager, or you can move to a closer. So if you move to a closer in the same company, now that's when you're sort of going to be doing the 10K a month potential. And the speed at which you move up to a closer really does depend on the internal dynamics of that business and of that offer. So some, you're going to move to a closer quicker than others. Maybe a closer leaves, gets fired, you get lucky. Some, it's going to take you 6 months to grind it to move to that closer position. But generally, SDRs, that entry-level position as an SDR on a B2C offer, it's not going to be a 10K a month commission sort of thing. That's 10K a month commissions is where you're going to be managing a team, or when you're moving towards actual closing. Again, you can actually make 10K a month being an SDR, but it's around 1%, 2% of SDRs actually out there make 10K a month on average. So you're looking at 2 to 4K a month. So with that, to kind of summarize here, the first things I would do is invest in courses, communities, around $1,000 into that, pick lower ticket ones, maybe $50, $100 a month sort of price points. So you're not dropping $2,000 on a course that just could be a scam. You're being very safe with it. You're just dropping $50, $100, consuming information, and actually using that information to build a network in the high ticket sales world. You're designing your Instagram really nice so you can actually do the outreach, and then you start that outreach to offer owners in the B2C niche you pick, and you treat that outreach, you do it as it's a sales role. As you're trying to close a lead on a deal, you're just trying to get yourself hired. You then go through the interviews, have a bunch of interviews lined up, disqualify the ones you don't want, and pick the one that's the best fit for you in terms of the position, the roles, the KPIs, and also the team you could be working with, what the current closers, current SDRs in that offer are making. And once you pick the best fit from there, accept that role, get on the role, constantly learning from the offer owner, from the other closers, from the other SDRs, and work your way up the ranks. And when you're working your way up the ranks in an offer, you do start as an SDR. Try to obviously move to a closer or a sales team manager, but don't be shy to get on other offers at the same time. Run 2 offers simultaneously if you have the time. And then if one offer is clearly a better quality one than the other, then go with that offer. Because the thing with the B2C high ticket sales world, it's not a really long term sort of positions. There's a very high churn rate where offers, maybe they run at 200, 300, 400K a month sort of revenue, but they're doing that for 6 to 9 month timeframes. And they're not doing this for 5 years plus where they've got a closer in there for 5 years. So always be prepared to get new offers and always be on the lookout for new offers in case they come up. So overall, that's what I would do if I was restarting in the game. I'd go towards the B2C side, outreach to offer owners, treat it as a sales job, and then work my way up from SDR to closer, and then potentially from there diversify as well into the B2B world, do some SDR contract stacking, and that's going to give you another source of income that's not actually related to the high ticket sales, but you're also employing that same SDR skill set to then earn.
That's it.
Yeah.